trying to burp. Not hiring Subway, man. Up to $7 an hour. I mean, just in case you need a job. Today, as you can see, I'm on the overnight shift, so I'm on my lunch. A few punches to the face. I got my hoodie on. You know what I mean? Trying to monitor my temperature. Feel me? Yeah. Sometimes you be feeling cold, you be feeling hot, and you like, you know what? I'd rather feel hot. Let me just feel hot. Feel me? You pick one temperature. It's type chilly outside. You feel me? It is type chilly outside, you know what I mean? Usually I go to 7-Eleven. I've decided not to. We put them on timeout for now. Not forever, just a little bit of timeout, that's all. You know what I mean? Sometimes when you go to places too many times, people take you for granted. And when you stop going, this is when they want you back. So sometimes you just gotta put people in timeout, regardless of any kind of business or relationship. Same shit happened in New York. They take you for granted. Now I left New York, I'm in Cali. They're trying to fuck it up over here so I can come back. I'm like, when you had me, you ain't, like, you feel me? You ain't do me right. Now I'm doing my own thing, a whole nother coast. Now you want me back. You see, shit like that. So you gotta keep that in mind when you're dealing with humans. You feel me? You gotta keep that in mind. You're dealing with humans, you gotta be like, you know what? Let me give this person space and time. Now be absent. Let them miss your presence for a bit. You feel me? Let them plan for you like it's Christmas. You feel me? Sometimes you just gotta move differently. That's all. You know what I mean? So sometimes when I go to a place too much, I can tell they start getting agitated and they start acting up. You know what I mean? Product ain't right, this ain't this ain't that. I'm like, you know what? I see y'all later. You feel me? And sometimes I never even go back, honestly. It's a few stores I put on that list of never going back, and I have not. So pay them no attention, man. Everybody want to be part of my story. Feel me? How can you be part of a story but can't acknowledge who the story? You can't acknowledge the main character. Like, my nigga, it's my story, nigga. The only reason why you even here is because you heard of me. This nigga never heard of me. It's flashy as a fuck. You gonna have to murder me. Feel me? But anyway. I usually tell y'all how much of a solid minutes I have with y'all, but we good today. We ain't gotta say nothing. I just got on my lunch. I ain't really going nowhere to go eat, so feel me? Just we gonna take a stroll, then come back. You feel me? Today's I was thinking the other day, right? We have a whole new topic. Today's date is October 26th. Shit, ran this dude soon. October 26th is the end of the month coming in. You feel me? It's October 26th. What do you call it? What do you call it? Thursday? No, that's today's one. Today's Wednesday, October 26th. Early morning though, but it's quite night. It's nighttime. It's like it is 4:37 a.m. See, when you're doing the overnight shift, it still feel like nighttime, which it is, but it's just 4:37 a.m. So on a Wednesday morning, so early morning. So technically speaking, I'm still stuck on Tuesday. Yeah, I'm still stuck on Tuesday and everything else like that. Let me go this way. We're gonna cross the grasslands. So yeah, October 26th, Wednesday, another recording. The conversation of the day is simulation. Feel me? That the world that we see, the one that you see right now, that we all, including human and nature and human is not different at all, that we are in a simulation. We are not, this is not real, you feel me? The things that you think is real is not real, absolutely not. And I'm gonna break it down for y'all, you feel me? Last time we spoke about consciousness, and I said consciousness is you see, you have two parts of your mind, right? You have your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. So your subconscious mind is the mind that record everything that you do. You know what I mean? It counts everything that you do, from you crawling to how many steps you take, to how many food, to how many words you've came across. It is recording absolutely everything that you place your eyes and sight upon, even things that you don't recognize, which later on creates your characteristics and behaviors and everything else like that. Things that you forgot that you was around, this is what your subconscious do, you feel me? It's like driving a car. I know the accent came in, that's good. It's like driving a car, and sometimes you don't even remember how you got to the same location. That's your subconscious mind taking over, because you've been doing it for so long. There's gaps in between memory. You can't remember everything. If somebody tell you they remember every single day of their life since they was born, niggas be saying that, but I know they be lying. Like, no, that's good. He's a good liar. Like, there's no way. Like, some of us can't even remember. We can't remember some of our younger. I thought I used to be the weirdo who couldn't remember my childhood days. When I was 1 year old, they sent me to Africa. So I was on a plane by myself going into Africa with a family friend or a pilot or whatever it was. Then when I got to, I don't even remember getting into Africa, let alone being born. Then even my few experience in Africa is blurred. I just remember special moments, pinpoints in my history, on my map system. You feel me? So we're going to get to the subject. I had to, so people telling you that they remember each and everything about they, no, it's a lie. You feel me? It's all in the subconscious. You feel me? Your subconscious is constantly recording these things, putting it on the map system, mapping it out, and giving you a biology of what you're supposed to be, plus your biology itself, your DNA and everything else too. It's simulation. It is not real. You feel me? It's just a simulation. Your DNA is it's a faculty that carries information, which is a blueprint that proteins in your body, well, proteins in general read. So your DNA are information for proteins to build up a organism. That's all the DNA is. The DNA, it is not made for men. The information in the DNA was not made for a man to read. It is not the obligation of a man to read these DNA and try to create an organism out of it. Those DNA are specifically for the protein itself. You feel me? It is like a system. It's like a system code, right? Like in a system on a software, you write a certain code in, and on the computer gives you a display of a simulation of the code that you put in. So somebody put the DNA code in, basically the DNA information in, and that's what the proteins, that's what the computer simulated. Proteins are a form of computer. They just build organism. Those like the RNA and everything else like that, which is the one strand of a DNA. You feel me? So it is what it is. Anyway, so I only said the DNA part because the DNA is a faculty or strains that carries genes, and genes carry information. Memories is a faculty that holds information. You see? And that also plays into your subconscious. Your subconscious is the recording of the information. So when your subconscious is recording these things on its own, you feel me, without your acknowledgement, because I could be walking, my subconscious is picking up the flowers and everything else like that. It's picking up my steps from the way it is doing these things so you wouldn't have to do it again. You feel me? That's why almost everybody, unless you get into an accident, from crawling, we all start walking until we get very old and we can't walk anymore, because you have had enough training, and those recording has gone into your memory box, and it always give you the activation to always walk the way you're supposed to walk. Unless you get into some accident, you can't walk, and now you got to train yourself back to walk again. Apart from that, your memory, which is in the library, is a faculty that holds information. Basically, that's a library, which I spoke about the other day, the librarian. You feel me? The librarian is always the one that basically is very instant and it's fast. You activate this information. Let me walk this because I hate talking when people pass by. They make you seem like you crazy. Like, why this nigga talking for? So I like to do this shit outside. So your memory, you see, it's not complicated. That's why I'm breaking it down like that, because we just dealing with information. That's all we dealing with. You feel me? When I say DNA is something that holds information. Your memory carries information. Like, you feel me? It's like a shopping cart. You keep, and every information you keep dropping it in the cap. So this is something that a memory carries. It's a faculty that carries information. DNA is something that holds information, because a DNA will be like a Walmart. It has all the informations in there already. And a shopping cart will be the memory that comes out of Walmart, where you put stuff in there, your experience in Walmart. So remember, the earth itself has its own DNA. We came from the earth itself. So the earth to Walmart could also be the earth itself. But I don't want to complicate things. I just want to stay on the information part and understand why this world is a simulation. Please. I speak multiple languages. That's my excuse for not being able to pronounce certain words. And it's a great excuse, because I'm African. I mean, most Africans know how to speak very clearly. I just don't. You feel me? So as a simulation, you feel me? I think I got that right. So we talking about information right here. Information. So you have a DNA that holds information. It gives you specification on what to do. It gives the protein specification on what to do and how to build these things. And most of the time, the protein does it right. Sometimes you have defects and same things happen, but it's more than likely that the protein get the right reading and just copy the same thing and build the protein out of these things. It's the same thing with computer system. Computer system also holds information. The software holds information in a hard drive. So we know that what makes me as a person. You feel me? After we get away from the DNA and our memory, what makes me? Is my DNA that makes me? Is it my soul? Something that we can't even test? We're just talking about things that we can actually test and say, this is who I am. What makes me? I know one thing. We know there's a DNA that holds information that tells the protein on how to build me as a person. It told them, give him a big eyes, give him a big nose, give him small ears, give him the format on how his facial hair is supposed to grow, give him eyelashes. You feel me? The way I look right now was already written. The information was already there. And the protein was the thing that built me. You feel me? So that's the information that DNA holds. So memories is also a continuation of DNA, but in a light form, where it collects information so you wouldn't have to do it again. It just collects information for you. Everything that you do, subconscious. Or you remember, be like, oh yeah, I remember, You 10 things you can get very quick access to. It's according to what is more important to you. You feel me? That's why I say certain things are pinpoints. You know what I mean? That's why it's always good to create memories with, like, holidays, holiday like Christmas. Oh yeah, in 2018, on Christmas, you feel me? Those help out. You feel me? Those are like pinpoints. Those are. Go this way. They do. Those help out. You feel me? So memories just remind you of who you are when you come back into the world, because we are forgetful beings. If it wasn't our memory that constantly remind us of who to pretend to be, because the information that we carry is all we are, because we are just information. You feel me? So your memory reminds you automatically, hey, my name is Jeffrey. You feel me? Hey, I'm supposed to go to work today. Your memories are the things that makes you become alive itself. You don't have it is. So if we take the memory away, who are you? Who are you as a person? When we take that memory away, if you can't have those memories about who you're supposed to be and the things that you've learned in life when you came into this world. You feel me? So that means that we are nothing more than information. If you take a look at these plants right here, once upon a time, these things were in a seed, a small seed, something as little as a grain of rice. And look at how they've grown. Some of these niggas reach very, very tall. No one can imagine a tree that size in a seed, but yet we believe that tree grew out of a seed because we poured some water on it, and because of sunlight and everything else, we saw the growth of it and everything else like that. That's what we believe. We believe it because we think what we see is true. You feel me? We don't believe in the simulation process. We don't believe that maybe the reason why plants need sunlight because it's like a movie. Have you ever seen a movie roll and the movie's playing itself? And that's all they doing. That's all we doing. We just playing. We just a movie that is playing. And the shining of the light is what gives it the role to become a reality. So every time you plant a seed and you grow, even men plant a seed into a woman. Every time we plant a seed, all it's doing is just playing a movie that has been already played already. It's the rolling of the film. You know, the old film pictures then rapidly become movies. You feel me? So all you seeing is the playing out of something that has already happened already. Because all we are information. You feel me? So I gotta make my way back on the speedy, kind of not too fast, but you know, kind of gotta put some pep in the steps. That's all we are. So we are nothing more than a simulation, information. That's why God said, I knew you before you was in your mother's womb. How do we measure that kind of speech? How do I measure that kind of speech that somebody said they knew me 400 years before I was even in my mom's womb? Which meaning that I am in a past, and in my present is still a past. And in my future, I'm gonna still be in the past of the person who wrote that script. And they said there's nothing new under the sun. If there's nothing new under the sun, are we under the sun? Or are they speaking about some other entity? If there's nothing, because it seems like the sun is shining above us. So there's nothing new under the sun, then that means that we are living a past life. We are just a simulation. That's all we are. The Bible says it. I'm just trying to prove to you in reality that this is what we are. That we are just nothing but our memories. And if you take the memory away, we are nothing but just our DNA, built proteins with information on how to look. I didn't even pick my complexion. They gave it to me. If I had a choice, of course, I'll still pick this complexion. Of course. I mean, I didn't pick my height. They gave it to me. If I had a choice, I'll pick another height. I'm sorry. You feel me? I didn't pick the size of my penis. It was given to me. Like, these are things I could have worked on. I didn't pick the way I sound, my voice. You feel me? Like, none of these was of my control. I couldn't pick my parents. We are nothing more than information. We have no control of who we are. We just in a simulation. Everything that you see is a form of a simulation. That's all it is, man. You are nothing more than your mind itself. That's it. Your mind is your DNA. The way you think is already written on the way you're supposed to think. That's why you think the way you think. You feel me? I gotta go. Shit. Nah, that's the power walk. You feel me? So we are nothing more than information that is written. A faculty that holds information, and we are just playing out like a movie role. And even the sun, everything that you see, that we think, that's why there is always decay. Because nothing in this world lasts. Everything eventually dies. In my world, the world that we came from, nothing dies. This is just a simulation. It can never be the real thing. Oh. Oops. This is why this is a cycle. Because if it was real, there wouldn't be a cycle. There wouldn't be the replenish of things. Why would it need replenish? You feel me? This is why this decayed. Yeah, this is why there is waste. This is why. Anyway, I gotta go, man. You already know. Another day. Recording.